So this is my drawing in my last tutorial, which is the barrel. Now I'm gonna attach the nozzles. So what I'm gonna do is draw a line from the quadrant here to the center of the nozzle, which is 4.45. So I'm just gonna bring this to front view. So this is gonna be the bigger nozzle. And adjust the view. So hold down the shift key and the wheel of your mouse. And I created layer 1 for my construction line and make it current. So just click this arrow here and click layer 1. So L for line and snap the quadrant. So shift right click, select quadrant and bring it down. Make sure your ortho mode is on, but I want to bring it all the way down so that it won't snap on different points, and just enter 4.45. So there you go. Now I'm gonna create circles. So there are 4 different circles here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna start with the biggest one. So snap the endpoint, type D for the enter option and enter 4.57. The next circle, snap the endpoint, type D for the enter option and enter 4.46. The next circle, type D for the enter option and enter 3.59. And the last one, snap the endpoint, type D for the enter option and enter 3.26. Now I'm going to bring this drawing to right view. And extrude. So looking from side view, so this is the one. The extrusion is 1.28 from the face of the barrel. And the next extrusion is 0.64 from the face of the barrel. So what I'm gonna do is select these 2 circles. And inside the modeling panel, select extrude command, extrude it for 1.28. And these 2, as you can see here, the extrusion is angled. So what I'm going to do, because the angle is not given, what I'm going to do is use loft command. So move this smaller one, move, click anywhere on the screen, and follow that x-axis and enter 0.64. And now I'm going to use loft command inside the modeling panel. So click this one and this one. And enter again. Oops, loft. Alright. Now, I'm going to poke a hole through the nozzle. So select the subtract command. Select the objects you want to keep. So this side and this one too. Right click. Okay, again. Subtract command, this object and this object here, right click and select that object inside to subtract. Now I want this face to be extruded towards the center. So I'm gonna draw a construction line from center downward. So to extrude this face, I can use press pull command, but it's gonna be a straight angle. So what I'm gonna do is show you first. So hide this one, hide the barrel first, select the object, hover over isolate and select hide objects. Just gonna remove that. And if I use press pull command and click this face and extrude it, and as you can see, the angle of extrusion or the original tapered angle is not followed. So I could remedy this one by using another command. So undo, undo, undo. So this time I'm gonna use move faces. So inside the solid editing panel, click drop down arrow and select move faces. And click this face enter, and specify a base point or displacement by clicking this center and click this N here. And enter again. And if I bring this to left view, you can see it followed that original tapered angle. Now I'm going to bring back my hidden object. So just right click anywhere on the screen, hover over isolate and select an object isolation. Now I'm going to mirror, no, not mirror this one. I'm just going to mirror the smaller nozzle because I'm going to show you the drawing here. These two, this one and that one, are equal. This one is bigger. So now I'm going to draw another construction line from quadrant. Pull your, okay, wait, I'm going to check the distance here. 4.45. Okay. L for line. Snap the quadrant. So shift right click, select quadrant, and bring down your drawing or the line, and then enter 4.45. So our circle is gonna start from this point. And also make sure your z-axis vector is pointing towards the direction where the direction of the nozzle. So if it's not, go inside the coordinates panel, click anywhere on the screen, and just point it to this direction. Before we proceed, go down to the status bar and make sure your dynamic input is on, ortho mode or polar tracking, object snap tracking, object snap, selection cycling, and 3D object snap. All right. Now, where's my guide? Oops. Okay. Now I'm gonna draw different circles again. So these are the circles here, and this is the extrusion. All right. So C for circle, snap the in point. Type D for diameter option and enter 3.43. Right click to repeat circle, snap the in point. Shift right click and select in point. Type D for diameter option and enter 2.57. Repeat circle, snap the in point. Type D for diameter option and enter 2.9. There is a third or the fourth circle here, but if you look at it from the left view, it turned into an oval because of the cut. So what I'm gonna do is base it on the side view, which is 3.54 here. So that's the biggest circle. All right, so C for circle, snap the in point. So shift right click, select in point. Type D for diameter option and enter 3.54. All right, the same process. I'm gonna extrude these two. For the extrusion is here. The extrusion is 1 point. It's still the same. It's 1 point. I'm just gonna annotate here. Just give me a sec. So the extrusion from this end point to this end . I'm gonna use this side here. Is 1.28, and the extrusion from here to this end point is 0.64. So it's still the same. So extrude these two. For 1.28 and move this smaller circle. So move. Just click anywhere on the screen and move your cursor along the z-axis vector for 0.64. Now use loft command again. Click these two circles and enter. Subtract command. Select the objects you want to keep. Right click and select the object you want to use to subtract, which is this one here. Now the same process, I'm just gonna pull this face. So I'm gonna use move faces again. Click that, move this closer. Click this face, enter, and base point from the center here. So shift right click, center, and then click this in point here. And there are two nozzles that are equal, so I'm just gonna use this view here. Not that one, front view. So I'm gonna mirror this nozzle. So I for mirror command. And use the center as base point. Just wanna make sure I have the center. See that circle sign. And move your cursor downward or upward. As long as it's straight, you can just click anywhere and select no. Where did it go again? So mirror, specify first point of mirror line. I'm just gonna use this construction line and move your cursor upward. Erase source object and select no. There you go. Make sure your Z-axis vector is pointing upward and create a circle about that size. Or what I could do is just extract edges. So I'm just gonna copy this edge here. Specify a base point. Just click anywhere on the screen and paste it back on the same spot. And enter. Oh, it didn't work. Again, copy edges. Copy this edge, enter, click, and paste it back on the same spot. Click again. Let me check. There you go. And extrude this one all the way down. Now, I'm gonna union the objects first. So barrel, nozzles, and these nozzles. And then use subtract command. Select the object you want to keep, right click, and select this object that we're using to subtract. So we poke a hole through. Okay, so this one, I'm going to start from the smaller nozzle because I want to poke a hole through the barrel, through this other nozzle too. So I'm just going to use copy edges. Just copy this edge, right click, click anywhere on the screen, paste it back on the same spot, so click again, and exit. Or you can create circle and snap it to the quadrant. So extrude this one all the way. Then subtract command again, select the barrel, right click, and select this object. See, it went through. And now for this one, I'm just gonna copy edges, copy this edge, enter, paste it here, paste it back, click again, and exit. Now, extrude this circle, and don't extrude it all the way, and otherwise we're gonna poke a hole through that face. So just click the center here, so click the end point. Now subtract command, select the barrel, right click, and select this object we're using to subtract. Just gonna change this to realistic. And maybe change the color of the whole barrel. I'm just gonna use the line color here, the red. There you go. I'm just gonna move this one so I could erase the construction lines. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is create this indentation here, or groove. I'm gonna show you the model. So this one's here, and now I'm gonna bring this back to front view, which is this one. Front view, this one here. Now I'm gonna create this object here, and the height for that is 2.46 and the width is 0.64. So I'm gonna create line 2.46 and another line across from the center for 0.64. Now move this one from center to center. Create a circle. From center, snap the end point, move to the end point, copy this one to end point, draw a line from quadrant to quadrant. Oops, again, line, quadrant to quadrant, enter, repeat line, quadrant to quadrant. Now trim, so TR for trim command, enter twice. Now join the segments. So just window the whole thing. Now this is one object. Now I'm gonna move that and the distance from the center. Okay, I'm gonna annotate linear from the center here. So from the midpoint to the end point here is 1.56. So construction line again, but this time I'm gonna use the lighter color so I could see it. So 0. So L from the from the quadrant here. Go upward for 1.56. And move this object. Move from center to the end point. This time I'm gonna turn off my ortho mode and change it to polar tracking. Alright. I'm just gonna delete that line. Now I'm gonna apply array polar, but before doing that, change the direction of your z-axis vector. Click anywhere on the screen and move it upward. I'm gonna extrude this one first. Maybe less than the thickness of the barrel, otherwise we're gonna poke a hole through the barrel. And the thickness is okay, I'm gonna check here. Thickness is no, couldn't find it, so I'm just gonna check this one here. In point, so 0.14. So maybe about half of that is 0.07 or maybe just 0.05. So what I'm gonna do is extrude this one. So select that polyline, enter, and extrude it toward the center, and enter 0.05. So array that object, so type in array polar. Select that object, specify enter, and specify in center point of array. You can hold down the shift key and the wheel of your mouse. I'm gonna use the center of this object as the center of polar array. Right click and select number of items, enter 8. Now this object is arrayed, so I couldn't use that to subtract, so explode this one first. So X for explode command, select the object. Now it's individual objects now. Oh, come on. See, it's individual objects. Now I'm gonna use that to subtract. So subtract command, select the barrel and select this and enter. See if I'm gonna change this to maybe shaded with edges. You see the groove there? Now we're good. Another thing to draw is this one here. So this one is for the bigger nozzle. So I'm gonna bring this drawing to right view and draw a line. So I'm gonna create a rectangle. So I'm gonna use a zero layer so I could see the object clearly. So snap the quadrant, go downward for, okay, the distance here is, so the distance here downward from the tip here is here. Looking from front view, the distance is 1.74 and the thickness is 0.25. So L4 line, snap the quadrant, go downward. This time I'm gonna turn on my ortho mode. Go downward and enter 1.74. Go sideways. I'm gonna change this first to the wireframe. So another line. Go sideways. Enough in between these two lines here. And then go upward. I'm just gonna track and click that in point. I'm going to join the segments by typing J for join command. Now I'm going to extrude this object halfway. So it's going to be so I could center this thingy here. So 0.25 is 0.125 is half. So just hold down the shift key and the wheel of your mouse and select the object you want to extrude. And extrude it for 0.125, which is half of 125. Just gonna change this to shaded with edges. And so I extruded to that. So I extruded it to that direction. Now I'm gonna use press pull command. And extrude this one. So click that face. Once it turns blue, move your cursor to the left for 0.125. Now it's centered. I'm just gonna join or union the objects. Select this one and this one. Now I'm gonna apply fillet. And if you look at from the side view, you can see this radius or filleted edge. So go to solid, select fillet edge, right click, select radius option and enter 0.41 and click this edge here. Enter and enter again. Now I'm gonna bring this to right view and poke a hole through here. So draw a circle, snap that center of that arc and enter 0.1 for radius, which is this one here. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is use press pull command and just hover over that area. Once it turns blue, left click, let go and just push it up to here. Left click again. Okay, what else? And I think we're done for this tutorial. The next one I'm gonna draw is the nozzle cap and attach the whole thing. And see you again. Thanks for watching.